Good morning. It's Erica of AriBo Arts, and we're here for the mobile version of Battmaking with AriBo Arts. Give people a chance to gather. I had to sort of fix up a space. I don't think you're going to glimpse the bed I'm staying in is sort of over there. No big pile of bags over my shoulder, so that's quite nice. And I've resurrected the old table that I used to use. Nice 4-foot table, so I have lots of room to spread out as well. Sebastian survived the trip, and we're going to get started in just a minute. I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do. So our base is this great, it's a color, isn't that great? It's a Coopworth, so I get the mixture right, Coopworth wool, silk, and tencel. It's from Hidden Valley Farm and Woolen Mill. They are in Wisconsin. So yeah, that's, if I get too close, it gets a little too dark, but that's sort of a good color. I may play with the placement of the ring light. It's kind of dark in here, so I wanted to, it's just the one overhead, and it's like super gray outside, so not a lot of daylight. So I'm going to use that as the base, and then we're going to play it both the blue and green with bamboo. So this is that crush color that I like to use. A little bit of the aqua, Aegean blue. Play up the silk a little more. We've got some, and then very similar in color to that bamboo, we've got some Firestar. That's from Compass New Creations. Okay. So I'm going to tilt you down, and we'll see how that shows up, how the ring light impacts that. Does give a little bit of a shadow. I think though that's more the overhead light. Let me move this back just a little bit. See if that's going to work. Okay, I may be in shadow a little bit, but the ring light is out of view, so that should be okay. Let me just quickly look to see if the reason the ring light is where it is because of where the plug is. So I'm just looking to see if there's another plug I can use. Nope, don't see one. Okay, so the ring light's got to stay where it is. Okay, so, yes, I did bring my water with me, of course. Let's get started. So first thing I'm going to do is take the tag off. And then pull out some of this. Now originally I was going to make, I had a bat that I made. Let me put this back just, let's see if I adjust this a little bit, if that helps at all. Maybe. It's just very dark over here. I made a bat earlier this week. It's called a Glacier Bat that had this gold iris Angelina in it, and I wanted to make another one, but I didn't want to put Angelina in my friend's house. So I decided I would make something different, but still sort of in the blue category. I think this colorway from them is called Calypso. Yes. He's still being noisy. I did clean him a little bit this morning. But. Okay, so let's do the bamboo first, and then we'll put the silk on top. So I'm out in another part of Iowa visiting a friend. And then a mutual friend of ours is here from Germany. But she's busy prepping for an online class she has to teach. He's even more noisy than at home. I think because the table's more wobbly. That's a little bit loose there. Let's pull that up. So we've mostly been speaking English, a little bit of German here and there. My German's quite rusty. And I actually don't know a lot of fiber arts words in German. Mainly because when I lived in Germany, the only fiber arts I did was knitting, stricken. And I learned how to read a pattern in German. So this is the bleach tussa silk. Okay, and there may be cats. There's 4 cats in this house. So there may be cats that come to visit. We will see. They visited me last night for sure. They also, I think, keep coming in and looking to see if my bed is here. Because they like my little, I've got a cot with a air mattress on top of it. And they really like that. It's like just kitty height to get on. So, oh my goodness, I have a comment that I can actually read. I wonder if it's hi, Donna. Yeah, I think I have to tighten something over here. So that's one layer. This has got that fuzzy, you can see the streaks of like the tencel there. Pretty sure that's the tencel and not the silk. And I don't know if, I suspect it's like an 80-10-10, but it could be a higher proportion. And this is, quite wide. So I'm fluffing it out. I think I learned from I worked with another ball of their fiber. Got this at Fiber Expo. I will be getting more when I go back in the spring. And I... yeah, that definitely needs to be tight. They had just this glorious setup of stuff, so I think I'm definitely going to get more of that. So I don't know what gender it is, but the German word for wool is pretty much the same thing. It's W-O-L-L-E. Good morning. Yeah, you're pretty close. There's no U. H-E-L... Oh, actually, no. H-E-L-O-I-S-E. She's named after a 12th century abbess from France. She was an intellectual. I name all my cats after philosophers. I don't know how Heloise is because Heloise is at home. She's got cats that are coming by today. I left her lots and lots of food and litter and water. So she's probably just sleeping with them, I guess. Check that there. Okay. And I'll put on the blue because I think we want that to pop. Because the green is going to fade in more with the color. So we get more of a pop with the... Yeah, he's noisier than normal. Maybe he doesn't like being away from home. And then this will fade in a little bit more, but we'll still get that glint. Yeah, I'm teaching a carding class this weekend, so I gotta clean him before that. So. Okay. So I think the other bats I made with the other fiber was more of a blue jean. This is a little brighter than that. They ended up being fairly thick, but they were really light. There's a lot of crimp in this, so. Thank you. Yeah, I got that from Compassman Creations. Earlier in the year, she had sort of a, let's clean out stuff, and one of the things was some of her packs of hand-dyed Firestar, because I dye, but I dye fiber-reactive dyeing, and that doesn't work on nylon, which is what Firestar is, and so you have to do this with acid dye. And I don't dye with acid dyes, so. Okay, actually, we'll do that after. Lost track of my order of things. He's complaining. On Friday, I'm going to pull out all my carters and give them a cleaning. Forced air is a great thing for cleaning drum carters because it gets into all the little nooks and crannies, and you won't believe the debris that gets generated. You're like, but this is, everything I'm using is, for the most part, commercially, or good processed stuff. It's not like it's still got, VM in it. I still end up with all this debris. Silk. I love this. This is actually bleached, but it's still got more of an oatmeal color to it. And if I do miss a comment, I will be looking afterwards. I did bring my scale, so we can do the whole guess how much it weighs. Oh, and I can actually do fluff and fold on camera because I have enough space now. Okay, it's a lot of Firestar on that particular layer, but okay, so one thing we always want to do is check to see how thick it is. It's still pretty thin. And this is an 8-ounce ball, by the way. So I can make some more. Oh, off camera. Oh, there we go. Okay. My setup's a little bit different than when I do at home. Oops, and I feel a piece of VM right there. Something like a little stick. That Coopworth sheep was having fun somewhere. Unfortunately, there's a trash can back there. Isn't it a great rich color though? Thank you. It's noisy. So I'll probably make at least 2 of these. My waffle sale is the second one this month. It's the Friday. What day is that? The 20. Is that the 22nd? I think. At 10:30 Central, so that would be 11:30 Eastern. Very grateful to Ellen, who runs WAFA, for giving me that slot because I have a in-person show on that I'm setting up for Friday night. And that gives me enough time to do the WAFA, contact everybody, and maybe even get some invoices out before I have to leave. Okay, a little bit of sparkle. Okay. So it's not full. I can tell it's a little more full in the center. I'm going to sort of get down beside it and try and see how much room as I look at the teeth, I think I can get one more layer on. What will start happening is it will start sticking to the liquor in. Maybe I won't make it as thick. I'll make it a shorter piece. Actually, try and make it the width of that, of the feed tray. Well, it's behaving itself. It's not sticking to the liquor in. And then this will help press it down. I'm going to get some more on. This has got a really nice staple length on it. So, yeah. And I called it a few of my favorite things. So I'm going to have, I'll have bats, I'll have hand spun yarn. But I've been working on some felted pieces. There'll be probably a couple Christmas themed things. See, we're starting to get a little sticking over here. And what's nice about usually that last of the year, November waffle sale, is often after Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that. This is before, so there's actually time if you order stuff, to get it, particularly things like ornaments and so forth, to get it in time so you can actually put it up and enjoy it before Christmas. I can see, just sort of looking down like this, that there's a few spots that are getting quite full. So this is the last layer. So I'm going to be slightly heavy-handed with the bamboo, because when I sort of fluff it apart, I still want it to show a lot. Yep, and I already have my event up for the 22nd. Okay, now I'll put the blue on. So the German word for drum carder is the word for drum and carder. So carder it's actually carder with spelled with a K. And drum is, I think it's trommel, which is more the bang 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 drum. But I believe that's the word they use. So okay, I'm trying to decide if I want a little more blue on that. I think we'll do it without it. I can always come back after I put the silk on. And that's not so much silk that, you're going to end up with white splotches. When you spin it, it'll just be like little bits here and there. Nice and sparkly now with the fire star. Okay. So I'm just going to clear a path or place here. So normally when I'm working on a bat, I try not to put things near the drive bands because you can get stuff caught up in that. So I always like to have the work surface in that direction. I want to have enough room here to do. I'm going to put this over here. It'll be okay. Plenty more of that for later. Okay, now we got a nice space right there. So we're going to break the bat. I'm just going to have a quick drink of water. So this is where the Doffer creases, it's not particularly thick. Okay. So if you want to start guessing how much it weighs, person who gets closest, either direction, you can be over or under, wins trophy emojis and bragging rights. This does not feel like it's particularly heavy. If you want to guess, go right ahead. Also, if you have any name suggestions, I'll have to think of. It's awfully dark to be another glacier one. Okay, so we've broken the mat. This Carter conveniently has a nice wooden Doffer crease, which has a crease in it, so it makes it pretty easy to break the bat. And then I just like to press it back down carefully into the Doffer crease so the parts aren't fluffing up here. And I'm going to take it off. I'm going to probably need the knitting needle. Okay. All right, so you're going for a nice low. Oops, I just felt another piece of VM. Hang on one second. Not particularly thick, but throw that away. This might cling, so we're going to keep that handy. If you do something like the knitting needle, I don't use the Doffer stick because the Doffer stick is too wide to get between the teeth. This is thin enough. It'd be nice if I had one that was slightly thinner. This is a size 4 US. A little bit sticking right there. You just roll it. I mean, a lot of people just rip it off, but I like to keep the bat as intact as possible. You can also sort of pull at the parts where it likes to catch. Oops. Pull just a little bit of that apart. There. Being attacked by the crank. That's stuck a little bit. Okay. Put this out of the way so we don't poke it anymore. This is the finished bat, but since we conveniently have the table here, instead of the tiny cart I use at home, I'll show you how I fluff and fold. I'm going to turn you up just a little bit so you can see a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So it's a little bit shorter. And so usually I like to have the whole thing supported, but let's see if I can do this. Put that there. This one put up here. So what I do is, actually I'm just checking to make sure nothing is going in the weird direction. Lay the bat down, usually the finished side, the top side on the bottom, and then I gently, you don't want to rip it, you want to keep it intact, but I tease it out. And you notice I'm keeping it steady with this hand. Down here where it's off the table, I'm just going to sort of pull it and pull just a little bit. And now I'm sort of reaching more into the middle, pulling in this direction. I like to sort of work my way down, don't do the whole thing. And then I'm going to go back up further on this side. What I'm trying to do is create sort of an even thickness. You don't want to tear any holes. I mean, that would be good if you were going to cobweb felt it. But so, you know, the width has like doubled, right? And then I fold it like it's an envelope or a letter going in an envelope. And so usually I just dent it a little bit there where the first fold's going to be. This is very fluffy. Lots of air in here. Okay. So there's our first one. And because this is so fluffy, I'm going to have to do a little bit of maneuvering. I'm going to take this part, and I'm sort of going to just lean on it. That side. Okay. And I can even do, like, put that there to hold it down a little bit. See, it's even pushing that off. It's so fluffy. And it's not going to weigh a lot. See, there it goes. I just want to, I'm doing the jelly roll part now. And usually I tease the end just a little bit like that. There we go. So, okay, now let's wait. This is where we get to see how your guesses. Last chance to make a guess if you want to make one. Deep Blue Sea. Might be Deep Blue Sea 2, because I think I have a Deep Blue Sea a while ago. Okay, tear that out. Okay. Oh, Donna, you may have won. It is 2.05 ounces. Yeah, it's very fuzzy. Yeah, so I'll take some photos of this. I may have to wait till I get home because there really aren't white walls around that I can take the photo with good light. But I will probably make a couple more of these and post some photos maybe tomorrow. So, great. Yeah, she's a good guesser. So, yeah, so I'll just write it all down there and put up photos tomorrow. So thank you very much for tuning in. If you're interested in doing social stuff, the Zoom spin-along is tomorrow night, Thursday. We start at 8 p.m. Eastern. We usually go, unless I'm super tired, which can happen, we technically end at 9, but sometimes we go as long as 9:30 or 10 Eastern times. So fortunately, I'm in the middle of the country, so I get that extra hour. So otherwise, have a great day. And I will see you around in Facebook, and yeah, tune in next week.